America first, American first. This is the discussion that we are bringing for more than past 4 months, around 5 months. America first, American first. And in that sense, a big news is coming that again the peace discussion, ceasefire discussion on ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia. I mean, the ceasefire that is going to happen, that is scheduled to happen between Ukraine and Russia, and discussion is going on between US and Russia for the ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia. Yesterday was Monday, and day before yesterday was Sunday. On Sunday, the representative from the Ukraine, the defense minister of Ukraine, defense minister of Ukraine, Mr. Mr. Rustam Umarov, Mr. Rustam Umarov, defense minister of Ukraine, he personally visited to Riyadh, that is in Saudi Arabia, and then from United States, the kind of head of, not the head of the state, head of the State Department is Marco Rubio. The representative from the State Department from United States, Michael Anton. Michael Anton, he was available there. Steve Witkoff, he is representative of America in Middle East. So he was also there. And then from Ukraine side, the Rustam Umarov, he was there. So on Sunday, US and Ukrainian counterpart, they met in the high profile hotel in Riyadh, that is capital of Saudi Arabia. On Monday, yesterday, Gargari, Gargari, Gargari Karsani. He is one senator from the Russia. Gargari Karsani, one senator from Russia. And then again Michael Anton and Steve Witkoff from the United States. They met in Riyadh on Monday. On Sunday, USA and Ukraine discussion happened on Sunday in Riyadh, and on Monday, USA and Russia discussion happened in Riyadh. Now, discussion is happening for the permanent ceasefire of the war, that is, Russian army is inside the Ukraine, so getting back all the army from the Ukraine and putting it off. That is the putting it off the war. That is the ceasefire deal. At least there should be complete ceasefire for 30 days. Right now, ceasefire is there, but only to the power plants. Russia would not explode any power, would not target any power plant of Ukraine, and Ukraine would not target any power plant of Russia. Otherwise, the war is going on, attack on each other is going on. Only power plants are kind of, they are pardoned. Okay, they are let off. Otherwise, it is going on. 175 hostages or prisoners, they are being released on the daily basis. That is the deal that happened between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin over the phone. Now, America is in a hurry. Ukraine does not look like in much hurry, but America is in hurry. Russia does not look like to be in much hurry, but America is in hurry. America has knowingly, unknowingly supported Ukraine. Joe Biden government $183 billion in past 3 years. Joe Biden had granted to Ukraine one-sided. Means take it, no need to return it. Consider it as a monetary aid from a friend. But when Donald Trump has come, he wants his $183 billion back. Now, in that sense, United States has to harness its natural resources. Now, natural resources United States can take from the Ukraine to to compensate $183 billion only when war has stopped. Otherwise, Russia missile will fall on the mining engineer of the America only. So war has to end so that America has to start mining the graphite and other very precious natural resources of Ukraine. So yesterday, 12-hour discussion on the ceasefire have happened between Gargari, Karsin, Karsini and then US counterpart Michael Anton and Steve Witkoff. 12 hours of discussion happened yesterday. Anyway, now Russia is saying that we are ready for 30 days ceasefire. It's not that we are running away. We will close the war for 30 days, complete close down of the war, 30 days. But America has to talk about the Black Sea food grain deal. There is a new term that is coming into nowadays called Black Sea food grain deal. If anyone would have heard it, Black Sea food grain deal. It happened in July 2022, and in February 2022, Russia has invaded into Ukraine. And in July 2022, there was a treaty between Russia and Ukraine in mediation of Turkey and United Nations. And treaty was that since Russia has invaded into Ukraine, now Ukraine and Russia, they kind of they have Black Sea in their neighborhood, Black Sea. From Black Sea, the Ukraine and Russia are the largest food grain exporter in the world. Very few people know this. Largest food grain exporter of this world are Ukraine and Russia. And primarily, they export the food grains into poor country of Africa, Middle East, and some rich country also. But mainly Africa and Middle East, the food grain comes from the Ukraine and Russia only. And that food grains is loaded on the Black Sea, vessel on the Black Sea, ship on the Black Sea. Then it passes through Mediterranean Sea, that is through Istanbul in Turkey. Okay, when Russia invaded Ukraine, then there was a problem in the Ukraine government to kind of export the food grain amidst the missile attack from the Russia. So there was a treaty, and in treaty, Russia agreed to not intervene into the export of food grain that happened from the Ukraine. Now there are kind of someone can say the the scrutinizing people, scrutiny from the Russia, Turkey, and United Nations started happening in Istanbul. Istanbul is a point where Mediterranean Sea connect the Black Sea. So from their ship of the Ukraine, it will come to Istanbul, and there will be a scrutiny of the ship that what are the food grains it is passing through. After scrutiny, it will be allowed. Russia, 1 year it did the scrutiny, and slowly it slowed down the scrutiny, and mid of 2023, it completely blocked the deal. It ran away from the deal. What is the problem? What is the problem between Ukraine and Russia? People are trying to understand why this war is going on. Earlier, Ukraine was part of the Russia. So Russia was the number one food exporter in the world. Prior to that 200, 300 before, India was number one food exporter in the world. But anyway, right now it was Russia. And when Ukraine came out of the Russia, then slowly Ukraine made an environment that America started putting sanction on Russia. And Russia could not export its food grain because of the sanction. Russia and Iran, these are the two countries where sanctions are deepest, maximum by America. Now, when Russia is not able to sell its food grain, now full food grain from the Ukraine are being sold in the poor country and Middle East. Not only that, the foreign students used to go to Russia for medical and engineering study. Now they were going to Ukraine. Ukraine was completely shielding Russia. It was making one kind of Russia was coming under shadow of the Ukraine. Whatever was happening with the Russia, all were starting happening from the Ukraine. And only thing that was remaining was the veto power that United Nations means America and England they were giving to Ukraine. They were cutting down the Russia veto power. Now Russia has no other way, no alternative but to attack on the Ukraine. Because the way Ukraine is behaving, it is shielding off the Russia, completely screening of the Russia. In that sense, that that war is inevitable. That had to happen. Anyway, now Russia spokesperson now he is saying that we have discussion today. Anytime there would be joint conference from the Russia and America in the Riyadh. There, they will disclose what is the outcome of the 12-hour meeting. But Russia has categorically, or Russia has out of the way, okay, very explicitly, it has said that Black Sea Food Grain Treaty, that discussion has to happen very, very in detailed manner. Means Russia wants America to completely take out the sanction from the food grain export of the Russia. In that sense, Russia food grain will start coming into the Middle East and Ukraine will go down automatically. That is the one thing. Second thing, Russia wants United Nations to come into the picture as far as ceasefire discussion is going on. When ceasefire discussion between USA and Russia is going on, United Nations representatives should be present there. This is what Russia wants. In that sense, China will also come into the picture. China, Russia from this side, and that side, France, England, and America. They will come into the picture as far as United Nations is concerned. So Russia part will be heavier in that way. Whatever it is the case, Russia is not in hurry. Ukraine is not in hurry. Anyway, I believe today is Tuesday and Ukrainian and United States representative they are meeting again post Russia and USA discussion. Historical discussion happened yesterday in the Riyadh five-star hotel that happened yesterday. Now, question is right now the I believe Michael Walls, he is the Secretary of the Security Department in America, Michael Walls. Now he is talking about that discussion primarily going on that whatever the area Russia has occupied, it can take over. No problem. Whatever the area Russia has occupied of the Ukraine, it can take over and then there will be should be complete ceasefire in the war. America is in a hurry because America wants to mine the natural resources of Ukraine as soon as possible without giving any money to the Ukraine. $183 billion, it has to compensate as quick as possible. Post that, it will see how much ex gratia can be given to the Ukraine. But $183 billion has to be taken out from the Ukraine as quick as possible without taking off any sanction from the Russia. Take the land what you have acquired. With that, what America has to do with that? Nothing. Okay, take land water. Main thing is it wants the graphite and iron and coal and gold and diamond from the Ukraine. Anyway, this is the what is the proceeding. This is the development that has happened between USA and Russia as far as discussion is concerned. And now people are waiting for the joint conference that will happen from Russia and USA in the Riyadh. That what happened in the ceasefire discussion that happened yesterday. But anyway, Russia is in complete mind of permanent settlement of taking off all the sanctions from the Russia. This is what Russia wants. Take out all the sanctions from the Russia. Then only we will talk on the Ukraine. Ukraine is saying that we are ready for the ceasefire only when Russia has to promise that it will not attack on the Ukraine forever. That is the Ukraine demand, at least for 30 days complete ceasefire. Plus, America should continue giving to the Ukraine the way it was giving. You can take out our natural resources. There is no issue in that. Okay, USA want that both should keep quiet while I am taking out natural resources from the Ukraine. All three are running in three different parts. Anyway, God knows what will happen. I would say God bless Donald Trump, God bless America, because America is showing, not Donald Trump personally, America is showing too much greed in this ceasefire discussion. Generally, this much greed does not does not come to fruitfulness of the any conversation. The person who is mediating the discussion, like if USA is mediating discussion between Ukraine and Russia, then it should not have anything kind of, it should be selflessness. There should not be any selfishness as far as America is concerned, but 90% selfishness from America is lurking. So people are expecting negative discussion only. Let's wait and watch.